What's going on, Wolfpack? Time again for another wolfofbricks.com update. I am Jim, and of course, this is where we talk about Lego investing and reselling. Hope everybody had a safe and great holiday weekend for those of you that were celebrating the holidays. So before we get into it, just wanted to talk about this Pyrex piece right here. It's listed on eBay. I went into the backstory on it in the last video, and let me tell you, every time I check out the Pyrex world, universe, rabbit hole, I mean, it's just great fun. It's a good distraction. It's a lot better of a distraction than going on an Etsy forum. I said to myself, oh, I'll check out an Etsy forum. You know, these are nice people, right? I mean, you talk about cutthroat. But anyway, so the current bid is $14,900. There's about 17 hours left. By the time this video is released, it will already have concluded, the listing that is. And just for fun, whenever I'm able to check out what the final cost is on this listing, I'll go ahead and I'll share it with everybody. But if there's anybody that wants to go down any Pyrex rabbit holes, I highly encourage you to do it. For me, it's been a lot of fun. All right, now let's get into the main topic. We will be talking about, of course, Star Wars dioramas. Now on Brickset, it lists this one right here as a diorama, which I could see, right? But because this has nothing to do with the original trilogy, we're just not going to talk about it. Not to mention, I really haven't got into the Mandalorian series that much. The last Star Wars trilogy has poisoned me so bad, and also that crappy Han Solo movie. So anyway, we're not going to talk about this right here, but we are going to move on, and we're going to talk about the Trench Run, which is a Star Wars classic. I mean, this is such an awesome set, right? Now here's the thing, as many of you should know, you know, the diorama sub-theme has only been out for a little bit of time, so there's not a lot of data on it, right? And I'm going to kind of guide everybody through how to overcome that, if that's even possible. So when you go to Camel 3X, you're going to see not a lot of data, right? This is a set that has always been in stock. If you saw it out of stock on Amazon, then you would see the third party spike up and you would kind of get some price action and see what the potential is. And when you go to the Lego Star Wars Dagobah set too, that's very similar. And again, this is a great, in my opinion, such a beautiful set, right? When you go to Camel 3X, it's just what I said. You can see right here, there's really not a lot of data. I mean, if there's any good news about it, you do see a price drop from Amazon. The lowest price, which is the current price now, is $71.99. I'm curious to see what the maximum quantity allowed on this guy is. Wow, look at that. So you could, I mean, I'm going to move. You might not even be able to see, but I'm showing a quantity of 16 you could order easily. And if you know what you're doing, you could easily turn that quantity into 100. So if there's any good news from this particular set right here, you could definitely get it at a discount. Now when we go to the next set, this is probably my favorite one out of the three. And here's the deal, you know, this isn't one of those things where you should have a favorite and go ahead and just buy 100 and say to hell with all the other ones. This is, in my opinion, a classic textbook. I'm just going to play the field. I'm going to buy 10 of each, 20 of each, 100 of each, and see what happens. That's something that I would do if I had the cash and this set was getting to go ahead and retire at the end of the year. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming this is a Walmart exclusive. When I typed it into Google, I didn't see any availability at Target. I didn't see any availability at Kohl's or any of the other big box stores. And that's interesting, right? Because this set actually right here, it retails for $90, but you could get this at Walmart right now for 20% off. And the reason why that is interesting is if it is indeed a Walmart exclusive, and I believe it is, you know, there was that Batman classic Batmobile that is a Walmart exclusive, and that's not 20% off. And it's always funny, you know, you'll have some people that'll be like, hey, check out this Batman, is this a hot item, do you think this will do well? You just see that constantly on the forums and the Facebook groups, and I'm like, no, it's only available in 2 places. It will do terrible. I mean, there's just not going to be a demand for it, right? So I can't even find this on Amazon whenever I type it into Amazon. The only other place I could find it is on eBay. And here's the thing, man. The prices are pretty decent. I said to myself, you know, maybe there might be a spike or something like that, but granted, it's eBay, so it's a different type of market, right? If this was available on Amazon, I could see the price spike maybe 25% more than the regular retail price. So that's interesting. So, Jim, what do? You really don't have a lot of data here, right? Well, whenever you have a new theme or sub-theme, I mean, it might bite you or it might benefit you. You need to decide that, right? So I put together an Excel right here, and I'm going to ask you a question at the end of Excel. So if you've already stuck around to this moment, please stick around a little bit more. My question to you is, do you believe that this will have 150% ROI on it? If you do, then this is what the sell prices should be right here. At the minimum, if you're expecting a 200% ROI, then of course those prices will go up. But this is the buy price right here with all the discounts. So here's the question that I'm going to ask you now. These sets right here remind me a lot, don't ask me why, of the Lego architecture skyline. I mean, there are some relevant, you know, they're display pieces, right? So my question to you is, do you believe any of those three dioramas will eventually have the price right here of the architecture Chicago skyline? I'm not entirely sure. Now, whenever I saw the architecture Chicago skyline, I went bonkers over it. I already spent a ton of money on a bunch of other sets, so I was doing everything I can to go ahead and buy as many of these as possible whenever they announced that this set was retiring. Do these three dioramas right here have the potential, especially if there are more dioramas coming out in the upcoming years? If they do, would this be a set that you would be willing to buy for resale? Please let me know in the comments section below. Hope you enjoyed the video, my friends. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.